Hello and welcome. Today we are inside of a 2022 Mazda 3 Carbon Edition. This is powered by a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine, producing 186 horsepower along with 186 foot-pounds of torque. I would like to thank Flood Mazda in Wakefield, Rhode Island for allowing me to drive and use this vehicle. Their link is down in the description below. One of the nice exterior features of this car is that the front emblem here actually has integrated radar control inside of it. So that allows for radar cruise control to be totally present without there needing to be tons and tons of sensors all over the front bumper here. It's a very nice feature. You do get front and rear full LED headlights and tail lights in this car. Some of the trim here on this Carbon Edition is finished in a nice gloss black, as you can see right here, as well as the mirror caps are also that gloss black. This Carbon Edition rides on carbon-specific 18-inch aluminum wheels, finished in gloss black, riding on 215 width tires. You do get some nice dual exhaust tips here on the Mazda 3, and they are finished in a nice chrome. Also in this Mazda 3, on the rear emblem there is also a hidden feature. There is a trunk lid opener. Here on the inside of this Mazda 3 Carbon Edition, it is finished in a beautiful red leather interior. The driver's seat in here is full power, with memory features right there, and the passenger seat is only a manual control, as well as them having 3 levels of heating. This car does have a nice Bose audio system, so that definitely gives it a lot of audio cred. There is a sunroof in this Carbon Edition, so that lets in a lot of great natural light. It is not powered, unfortunately. You do get dual zone climate control in here, along with auto climate control, so you can let the temperature sensor get up to the correct temperature on its own controls. This infotainment system does come with both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This has Mazda's typical infotainment system, with a nice hockey puck type of controller. It is very simple to use with hard buttons for all of the commands, as well as being able to use this scroll wheel that is also an arrow pad to control most movements. It is a very bright screen, and it is purposely angled towards the driver for better visibility. You also do get a hard volume knob, which is a very nice thing to have, as well as volume and skip source controls on the steering wheel itself. You do get a traditional shifter in this car, unfortunately surrounded by gloss black, which as you can see has picked up very many pieces of dust, but it still looks very nice, so that's alright in this case. This is mated with, again, the 6-speed automatic, and it does have a shiftable option, along with one drive mode being sport, on, or off. Some of the driver assist features in this car include radar cruise control, so the car can actually adjust its own spacing with sensors located inside of the front emblem. So your cruise control won't just leave you set at one speed, but it'll be able to adjust with traffic. You do get blind spot monitoring in here for both the driver and passenger front windows. And you also do get this nice feature, which I haven't seen very often. So this bar right here actually has indicators for each seat position, including seatbelt monitoring. So it can tell you, especially if you have passengers in the back and it senses them with their weights, it'll tell you right here, it'll have red sensors for the seatbelts if they have not indeed put those on yet. I think that's a very good feature because this will be used often as a family car, or at least to carry some passengers besides the front one, so that's a very good safety feature to have. You do have a backup camera in this car. It does have tracking lines, but unfortunately they do not move with the steering wheel. In the center gauge cluster here, you do get a right and left analog gauge. So for your temperature and gas gauges, those are analog, with your tachometer being analog as well. However, in the center screen, it is actually fully digital. So you can hit the info button right here on the steering wheel and change between a couple of display modes, which I very much enjoy, because you can make it look very minimal, or you can make it look very traditional, or a mix of the two. This steering wheel feels pretty good. It is finished in leather trim, and it does have some nice bolstering up top. I wish I had a little more down below, though. There's actually no bolstering or bumps right here. You do get a couple of blank buttons here, 2 of which being on the steering wheel controls here, and then 2 between the sensor button and the traction button. You do have 2 right there. So it is apparent that you are not in a top trim vehicle, but overall the fit and finish in here is great. Many soft touch materials line the entire door, along with red accent stitching throughout the interior, which is definitely an interesting color scheme they chose for this carbon. The rest of this interior is very well upholstered. Lots of soft touch materials. However, no padding near the driver's knee, which would be welcome. There is a very large glove box right here, available for access. And also you get one additional small glove box right there for the driver. Visibility inside of this car is pretty good. It is definitely better than most modern cars. Even though this retains its very sleek styling, you can see front to rear basically without blind spots. Let's check out the back seat. Alright, so here in the back, I am 6 feet tall, and unfortunately my knees do bump right up against into this front driver's seat. But overall, the rest of the room is pretty good. I still have about an inch of headroom left above me, and it is really not too cramped back here. Besides the knees, it's pretty roomy. You have lots of elbow room, you have adequate headroom, and it feels moderately airy back here. You do get the continued red leather trim, which is a very nice thing to have. And you do get a nice little armrest along with 2 drink holders here. Once again, finished in this very soft red leather. There are 2 speakers back here, 1 on each door, but unfortunately they do not have the Bose trim or the brushed nickel type of finish present in the front. So I slightly wish they had included that, but it still sounds great. It's a great Bose audio system. There are no climate vents back here, which is somewhat lacking. I'm pretty sure other models do include that in similar cars like this, so I wish that were present. And there are actually no USB ports back here for charging, which in a 2022, I wish they had at least included a Type A. I don't even see a 9-volt port back here, so that's an unfortunate miss. Overall, I think this car is a great vehicle for $27,000. It feels very upscale compared to some of its competitors, and for the price, I think it's a great value. I would like to thank Flood Mazda, located in Wakefield, Rhode Island, for allowing me to review this car. Thank you very much, and your link is down in the description below. Be sure to check out a POV driving video of this specific vehicle when that is released here on Radial Reviews. Thank you for watching, and take care.